guys, I'm Trina TAKOH.
And this is Takatani aka TT. Thank you for watching Camwood Girls. Our last show was very interesting. I want to thank my fans for your support, for your comments, for your contributions, and for viewing. And today we're going to be talking about preventing a divorce.
We'll talk about the causes, the consequences, and how to save our marriage before it gets to the divorce part.
Some people get into marriages, they get married, they get divorced, and then they remarry again. Hey, sounds ridiculous, but it does happen. Some people linger in your marriages, they don't know when to call it quits, they don't know when to divorce. It does happen too. So
my opinion is, before you get married to somebody, you must have known this person for like 6 or 12 months. During this training period, you're used to your partner, you know what your partner like and what he or she doesn't like.
Trina, I know you have a lot to say. Why don't I sit down? I'm having corns on my face. I want to sit down.
I'm ready for you.
Why do people divorce?
Sunny, communication is one of the reasons why people divorce. If you sit in the house with your spouse, you don't talk to your spouse, you don't tell him or her how you feel or what the hell is going on in your mind. You might be having some issues that you need to talk to him, but you don't know how to approach him because you don't even want to talk to him. You don't give him that space. When he looks at you, he knows that you have a problem. He doesn't know how to approach you because you don't give him that space, which is not helpful at all. You have to always communicate with your partner. Let him know how you are feeling.
That's
what
true.
is going on in your mind.
I think that's true, Trina. You know, there's also the lack of commitment, you know, incompatibility and infidelity. You know, some people marry for various reasons. It's not only love, you know. So they strike a deal and they say, okay, you know, this deal, it's a good deal for us. But down the road, if it falls short, there's grounds for divorce. Divorce does happen. If you're not committed to your man feels it. If the woman is not committed to the man, or the man is not committed, the couple, they do feel it. So then, you know, they start withdrawing from each other, and divorce does happen. Incompatibility before you get married. Like Trina said, you have to know your man for some time before you get married. Then you know how compatible you are. So down the road, you don't say, oh my God, I didn't know this man was like this. I didn't know this man was like that.
Friendship and marriage are two different things. Once you're in a friendship with somebody, you can let some little things go, but once you get married to your partner, it's very difficult for you to let some things go.
I also think that there are other causes that lead to, you know, divorce, like an abandonment. If you abandon your spouse, if you don't take good care of your spouse, or if you're not attentive to your spouse, you know, a lot of things do happen and it leads to divorce. Also, there's addiction problems and drugs and physical abuse. And
if your husband smokes from the first day where you guys were dating, and you tell him, you know what, I don't want you smoking, and he said, I'm gonna stop. After 5 months he's doing one of the same thing, then quit. That's not the man for you.
That's not the man for you. Don't go get married and say I'm a Christian and you marry that same man thinking that he's gonna change because of your prayers.
I'm gonna take him to church, to the pastor to pray on him to change. No girl, that's not the guy for you.
I have an advice for ladies. You know, I would tell you, don't marry a man and then later on maybe you become born again or a church person and then you think you can pray for him and then you start condemning his habits. The first thing is not to condemn. Don't condemn. Pray for him. If he's not spiritual like you are, you know what, you can do it on your own because God says, go down on your knees, pray for your spouse and your family and all will be well.
You pray for your spouse, but he needs to pray for himself. You can't be out there drinking and you're in the house praying for him.
Intellectual incompatibility and infidelity, you know, really creates a lot of misunderstanding in the relationship, conflicts. You know, we get frustrated because our partners are very intelligent, you know, so the communication and conversation becomes really slow, you know, because you know, if I'm talking and I've been to school and my husband hasn't been to school and I'm talking big words, he thinks that I'm trying to intimidate him. Emotional instability. You know, when they get divorced, there is emotional instability. The children become really emotionally detached because their parents, they see it from their parents. So I want to really appeal to us married couples out there thinking about divorce. I'm not saying that you have to stay in a marriage that is bad. I'm saying that if it's time to move on, move on. But also consider how you do that. You know, it's a process. Try to hold the kids together and make it possible, you know, make it easier on them.
Never tell your kids about what happened between you and mom, because this is going to really destroy their lives. They're going to be thinking that, oh, is that how marriage is all about? Is that what is going to happen to me when I get married? It's very, very disappointing.
Well, it also makes the children to lack in school. You know, they fall back in school, they join gangs, or they start having attitude problems, you know, and all of that. Notwithstanding, there are some children who do, you know, maintain, they try to maintain this stable life, and they try to, you know, adapt so quickly. But you know what? It just has a toll on children. It has a big toll on children. Marriages, like other relationships, are very tough with a capital T. Some people go in there looking for, expecting some bliss, some happily ever after. It does happen, you know, it does happen, but you know, sometimes it really does end in divorces. You know, so when you think that your marriage is hitting a rocky area, why don't you go out for advice, counseling, go out to do some things, and you know, try to get ways, you know, on how to make your marriage work.
We didn't say you should go on the street and announce to people how gross your house is. Your house is not too bad, and never you wash your dirty clothes in the middle of the road. Never you explain your marital issues to single girls out there, your single friends, because they've never been there and they don't know how it is. Go for counseling, compromise with your partner, and you have to be blind in marriage. You don't have to see everything.
Yeah, true. I think when you have rocky, when your marriage is very rocky, you should have a cooling down period. You know, when things are really rough with you and your husband at home, I think you should step out, go for a vacation, cool down your head, and then think of calm ways to come and express yourself to your husband. Also, when we
talk of calm ways, as a gentleman, we all know that women are pirates. So when your wife starts vibrating, let her vibrate until she cools down. Walk away.
No, I don't think women are all pirates. I think when I say they should have a cooling down period, I didn't mean for the men to take the insults from a woman, or from the woman to take the insults or the parrotty talk. I mean, if you think that your house is tensed, if your husband comes home and suddenly he's not greeting you, you know, take some time off. Don't fight him. Take some time off. Don't listen to his talk. Just take some time off and stay away from him. Go for a vacation, a weekend, to a spa, relax, think of calm ways to reach to your husband, because if you try to communicate at that hot point, it's going to be messy. You will end up in divorce, my friend, I tell you.
And at that hot points, if you really want to talk to your spouse, go look for a responsible somebody who has been in marriage and is succeeding. Send him or her to go talk to his spouse, and because he's going to listen.
Some people don't know that they have issues. When I talk about women or men in a marriage have issues, they do have issues. I don't mean having an issue with your spouse. I mean you carry your own baggage into the marriage. You know, people do have that. So why don't you go treat that, you know, get in contact, you know, feel yourself, know what you're doing, and then come back into your marriage, because there are a lot of baggages people bring from outside the marriage, bring into the marriage. You know,
right.
Maybe your father abandoned you, and you think that your husband is supposed to be your father, you know, so go and work on it before you come into your marriage. You know, those are,
he's just your husband and not your father.
Yeah, and there are various ways in resolving conflict, right? Pick out a day that there's no third party, no noise, send the kids to the babysitter and talk to your husband.
That's right.
You think that you guys always end up in fighting, that's when you bring in a third party to come and be an intermediator.
Make sure you cook some good food, you know what he likes, make the environment look comfortable and sweet for him.
Yes, and when the family starts being very uncomfortable, why don't you go back to the things, you know, if you're watching our show, we always tell you to go back to the things that made you come together in the first place.
That's
you
right.
know, when you guys were, you know, treat your relationship as if you guys are still dating.
If your husband loves you calling him honey, then call him honey. Yes. When you want to solve the problem.
Go out for date nights, you know, play some Scrabble, go to tennis, play something, go to the movies and dinner, and then trust me, the romance will fall back.
At times, when you guys are together, you might not even want to talk about the problems. You just want to say, honey, you know what? We had this problem. I don't want us to talk about it. It is over.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next step.
Right. And also be patient and appreciative. You know, whatever your wife does to you, honey, thank you for the meal. The husband, oh, thank you for the flowers. You know, appreciate each other and be patient with each other. That's how you save your marriage.
Divorce is not a good thing, because once you divorce your husband, first thing, that's frustration right there.
Oh yeah.
And going out there thinking that I'm going to see another woman far much better than you, or another man far much better than you, that's so difficult, because you are going to see her elder or his elder brother.
There is a saying, the grass is not always greener on the other side, girls. Oh man, you know, as long as you know your wife, as long as you know your husband, you can work things out. That's financial problems kick in, you know, when our needs are not met. So it creates discontent in the house. Some people marry for money because maybe they want finance.
You don't marry somebody for money. Love before money and not money before love.
Hey, but if money has to come, you know, at the end, you know, it's all good, you know, but don't make it a fuss. Don't make it a fuss, because some people get married for money. They want to have spousal support at the end. This is America, you know. These things don't happen in Cameroon, you know. Like, but in America, you never know what people get married for. Financial problems is the most, you know, the hassle of marriage in America, because, you know, you take spousal support at the end, child support at the end, you know, and all those things. We share houses half or 75-20. All those things don't really matter. I think marriage should be for love. Love, not money.
That's right.
Not other great deals that you come with it. Not the man being all handsome and cute and has millions of dollars. But next time on our show, we'll be talking about women and education.
And we're going to be talking about love and money. Love and money, bad combination.
Oh,
love
yes.
before money.
Oh yes. Thank you for watching our show. This was Takatani. If you're watching us right now, go down and comment on love and money and women and education. That will be the next thing we'll be talking about. Or go to Facebook at Trina TAKOH or Takatani, or YouTube Cameroon Movies / Camwood Production Camwood Girls. Thank you for watching our show today.
And you can listen for Camwood Girls on Max Radio every Friday.
Oh, maxradio.com. maxradio.com. We are on the internet every Friday. We'll be there talking to you on our radio show called Camwood Girls, and you also be meeting us here on the video on YouTube on camwoodgirls.com, or on Facebook at Trina TAKOH and Takatani. This was Takatani, aka TT,
and this is Trina TAKOH. We always love you, my fans out there. Peace.
We'll be right back next week. Don't forget, I'll be waiting to hear from you.
I like when you smile.
Yeah, right. But you didn't want to keep the smile going. So we're smiling.
What? Marie, you came in here with 2 bottles. I didn't see you a glass. Don't use it. Use what you came in here with.
I cannot take this anymore.
What do you want to say?
I cannot take this anymore. What do you mean? I don't want to take easy. This stupid
God! Did you see her blowing on me? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Oh! Come on! You want to kill her? You want to kill her?
I can't believe you are killing me like that.
You want to kill her?
Oh, love! You killing me like that?
You want to kill her?
Damn! I can't believe you.
Because of this thing.
I cannot.
Then you send my mom out of your house. Look at what she did. Why you stand here and giving love to me? Peace in the house.
My leg. God!
And Marie, let me tell you something. I'll give you time to make up your mind and leave this house.
I never brought you up like this.
That's how you wanted it to be. Leave this house. I told you.
Animal.
Yes, let me be.
No control.
Yeah. Let me be an animal. When I fight and when I'm done, my mom will come back. And that's when I'll be satisfied.
Can you get out of my sight?
And then you can't think anymore.
You disgrace me everywhere.
I'm disgracing you.
Come on, please leave.
Where's the daughter? Where's Jane? Have you ever asked me about Jane? You've never asked about Jane. You don't know where she lives. You don't know how she's doing. But you're here. I know somebody else's daughter.
I thought you told me you wanted to go out. Can you go now?
Daddy, talk to her. Go in there and talk to her and let her move out of this house. I don't know how you're going to handle it, but I don't care. My mom is moving in, okay?